Play-to-earn games make quite a bold promise that sounds like the dream of every gamer, to make money or even make a living by playing games. And yet, although they are celebrated in crypto communities, these games receive quite a bit of backlash from actual gamers. Why is that the case, and do play-to-earn games really deserve all the bad rep? What is the fault in their premise? Let's take a deep look at how play-to-earn games came to be, how they work, whether they are or can be sustainable, and how they might impact the future of the gaming industry. The first play-to-earn game that caught the attention of wider audiences was Axie Inifnity, that was released in summer 2021 and still serves as the poster child of the industry, often representing all that is wrong with it. However, Axie was far from being the first play-to-earn game. Back in 2017, which seems like ancient past in the crypto passage of time, an Ethereum-based game was developed called Crypto Kitties. It allowed you to purchase NFT cats, breed and create new ones, which you could then sell and make profit. The game was so successful it congested the Ethereum network due to a large number of transactions, and some NFT cats even sold for over $100,000. Still, the concept of players selling in-game items is way older than that. Very soon after the rise of MMORPGs like World of Warcraft, in which you could loot but also buy items, an illicit secondary market started taking shape. Players spent countless hours grinding to collect rare items and gold, or whatever digital currency the game was using, only to sell it or even sell their accounts to players with less skill or time who wanted to get those fun experiences without having to grind to get there. This came to be known as gold farming. And as things usually go when there's profit involved, this led to some darker turns. Soon, in developing countries, entire gold farming operations were created with prisoners, child labor or forced labor being utilized to farm virtual gold on a massive scale. With advances in technology though, human players were soon replaced by bots, and according to some sources, the industry is growing bigger every year, currently being worth over $40 billion a year. All this is of course strictly forbidden by the companies behind the games, with bots and also buyers getting banned if caught. But would it still be forbidden if the company behind the game would also be making money on these transactions? Enter play-to-earn games. Let's take a look at how play-to-earn blockchain games work in the first place. Every single game has its own coin, its own cryptocurrency, and usually there is only a finite or limited amount of it, otherwise it would be practically worthless. All purchases can only be done using that currency so that the players have a reason to buy the coin, thus raising its price. To play the game, the players don't have to buy the game, it's free to download, but not entirely free to play. Most games require you to possess an NFT asset to play the game. To name some examples, in Axie Inifnity it's Axies, these unicorns bred with angry bird creatures. In STEPN it's digital sneakers, and in Vulcan Verse it's a plot of land. Now the prices of these items, expressed in dollars, range from a couple of $1,000s to $5,000 or $10,000 depending on the current value of the coin. When you have it, you can play the game, and depending on the game, earn the currency by playing and cash it out, or loot NFTs which you can then sell for profit, or both. But what if you can't afford that starting investment?
No problem, mate.
You can lease it from someone who has it. And the best part about it? In most games you don't have to pay for it, but only give a cut of your earnings to the renter, most often 50%. This is thought to be an ideal solution since the leaser can start earning without a starting investment and the owner can make passive income. The question that few people seem to ask, but then again, in crypto communities rarely any questions get asked aside from how to make money, is why do they necessarily need blockchain technology for this? Why can't it be done with regular fiat money, which is faster, more user and probably more environmentally friendly, together with a digital non-cryptocurrency? Well, of course, because this is revolutionary technology that thrives on community, wipes out social differences and makes everyone rich. But it might also be the fact that it lets the company take a cut from every player-to-player sale, make more money if the game is successful by holding the coins that grow in value, and I'm also guessing that it lets the company maneuver in the still unregulated crypto domain, which, if done creatively, can probably bring some advantages to the company. But I'm out of my depth speaking about blockchain technology, and it's probably more complex than that. Still, we can make money playing games. But as it usually is with things that sound great, there are some holes in this concept and a missing ingredient that might just be the deciding factor in whether any of these games will actually be sustainable in the long run. Do you know what it is? We already mentioned it before. Play-to-earn games are criticized as being ponzi schemes, a form of fraud that pays profits to early investors with funds from new investors. In turn, the only way for new investors to profit or the system to keep being profitable at all is to always keep attracting new investors. This means that when there are no new investors, the system stops working. In the end, the early investors made a lot of money, but at the cost of many late investors. As opposed to this, a legitimate business profits by providing value to customers in the form of products or services. As a result, this type of system can theoretically be profitable forever because the customers will always need these products or services. So, in order for players to deduce value from the game, in other words, to earn money, value needs to be created, which is to say, someone needs to be spending money and getting something in return. So, are play-to-earn games Ponzi schemes? Well, the boring ones might just be. The value we expect from games is fun. That's why we spend hundreds of dollars on games, items, skins, and whatnot every year, even though we don't get any kind of monetary return from them. And this is the reason why gold farming is a thriving industry, because there are players with less skill or time who want to get those fun experiences without having to grind to get there. There are buyers willing to buy items or in-game currency because they will have fun using them. But this is not fun. And what happens as a result is that play-to-earn games are falling victim to their own selling point. The key element in the game's economy is its currency. Since that's what players earn, it needs to maintain a stable relationship to fiat currencies like the dollar, or even better, keep growing in value, in order for the players to keep making stable profits. And in order for that to happen, there have to be more people buying the coin than selling it. This isn't easy to achieve. If players are hoping to achieve a monthly source of income by playing the game, they will be cashing out everything they earn, thus dropping the price and reducing their future earnings. So if there is no incentive to spend money like fun experiences, the only way to keep the price rising is by new players joining the game and spending money on that initial investment. However, there is only a finite number of people on the market, and there are also many other competitors, so sooner or later the game will run out of potential new players. As a result, it becomes a system where everybody is out to sell and no one is there to buy, making it doomed to collapse under the huge supply and non-existing demand. The players are left with expensive assets that no one wants to buy, making them effectively worthless. But okay, so all the devs need to do is make a fun game and everything will work. There are already examples like BigTime, Miranda's, or Star Atlas. Well, if that one ever sees the light of day, considering this is a gameplay video. All major blockchain games are still in development, but some of them seem promising in terms of being fun. But I don't think we're exactly in the clear yet. The play-to-earn business model is basically outright enabling and encouraging gold farming, which may be playing with fire. Even though this might be profitable for the company in the short term by way of commissions, it might ultimately be its downfall. If a game is fun and a lot of people play it, the value of the coin and NFTs goes up. This makes gold mining profitable. But the more gold mining is being done and the more coins and NFTs are being placed on the market, the less valuable they become. So this leaves the developers to make the game more fun and make the players spend more, which again makes gold mining more profitable, and so on. Eventually, either gold mining will prevail and drive the price down, or the company will have to pour so much money into constantly improving the game that it will eat their profits. So are all play-to-earn games doomed to fail? Well, I hope not. I hope there is something I overlooked, or that developing studios will work out a solution to these issues. The concept of blockchain games is certainly a philosophically problematical one. It's yet another element of our lives that has become victim of our greedy society that seemingly strives to turn everything into a financial instrument. If every activity we pursue in life has a monetary motive and nothing we do is for the pure joy of it, if we lose all our hobbies and only chase side hustles, what are we living for? If the coming generations of gamers were to grow up in a world where play-to-earn games were the norm, would they have a happy childhood? Would these games foster those qualities they did in us, like spatial thinking, quick reflexes, persistence, the love of good storytelling, language learning, or would it all give way to nothing but heartless, emotionless grind? Would this enable already greedy corporations and the microtransaction culture to evolve into even more hideous beasts? Maybe. But maybe it wouldn't, at least not in all the games. I think games that allow players to earn money is an excellent idea. No technology is good or bad in itself, and I like to think there will be good projects in this area that will at least come close to fulfilling crypto's original lofty ideals. I wouldn't like all games to be like that, but if a game would allow both the company and players to make money while also providing value, I don't see anything inherently wrong with that. Now, is this going to be possible, given all the obstacles in the way of achieving something like that? I can't say, but I do think it's a concept worth striving for. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below. This is my very first video on this channel, and I put a lot of effort into it, so doing that would really motivate me to make more of them. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.